Well, good afternoon. So look, we're joined here today by Alan Jenkins. Alan is a security practitioner for over 30 years, trusted advisor to the industry, and an ex-CISO who's been on more than one wrong side of the breach. So Alan, great to see you this afternoon. So we've been having a lot of conversations with organisations around how they feel they kind of fit into the operational resiliency kind of maturity model. So really getting an understanding of where they feel they fit. So my question for you, Alan, is do you think there's actually an understanding of an operational maturity model within organisations?
Look, I think that varies. I think there's an increasing understanding. I think there's a difference between their official position and their real position, because the official position has a public relations effect. The reality is often somewhat different, and the more you dig into it, often the worse it gets, because you're starting to expose more of that iceberg. And I think there's a real value to come from spending some time thinking about that resilience, but the real value comes from doing something about it. It's not just about populating a risk register. And in fact, I was having a conversation earlier with a colleague around the need to quantify and the challenges that come with quantifying. So working with business impact assessments, but what is that impact? And can you put a fiscal value on that? You can for commercial organizations most of the time, but hard to do that if you're in the public sector. Hard to do that if you're in the military, for example. But I think it's something that I don't think we've come far enough in the last 20 years. I think there's an emerging opportunity to use synthetic environments to help us do the modelling. And that's, I think, where you can feed that into the maturity models, because you can start to illustrate the effects of doing different things. Because I think there's a real challenge for the decision makers in terms of A, grasping all the data, but B, actually making a decision that they're comfortable with in a reduced timeline, because they don't have days and weeks. You know, that first 15 minutes, that first golden hour, certainly in the early stages of a cyber incident, are critical. But if that's a mission critical, a business critical effect that you're seeing, you don't want to be waiting for people to get back off their yachts or wherever they are at the weekend. You don't have that time.
Alan, absolutely terrific insights there. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you very much. Thank you.